Hi, I'm Lead Siebes, and we are recording live from ITC Vegas at the Live at ITC set, proudly sponsored by Monitor. I'm thrilled to be here today with Gary Wetzel, co-founder and CEO of Form.IO. We're here to talk about the big product launch that you're all kicking off right here at ITC. But before we get to that, how's the energy here today, and what's been catching your attention so far?
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be able to sit with you for a minute. We are having a fantastic show. As you know, this is the second day, and we had an opportunity to speak about our new product launch yesterday. We're seeing a huge amount of energy. This is our third year in a row.
Amazing.
And we've always had a good experience here at ITC. But this year, I think for two reasons, has been more outstanding. One is the show is larger and more energetic. We're having a lot of good activity at our booth, but also because everybody has a lot of significant technology introductions that they're bringing to marketplace. So there's a lot of buzz and a lot of interest, and we're having a good time as well.
Amazing. I'm so glad to hear that.
Thank you.
And before we get to new innovations, can you give our audience a quick snapshot of what Form.IO is and the kinds of problems it helps enterprises solve, especially in the insurtech space?
Yeah, well, thank you. So Form.IO was founded about 10 years ago, a little over 10 years ago. And interestingly, we were founded at the last paradigm shift of mobilization of the web. And it's important to know that because it drives so much of who we are. But we are a software development platform that are used by developers quite specifically to build complex, workflow-oriented digital web forms. And of course, these workflows and applications and forms are in every major business vertical, insurance included. This is why we love the insurance section. But it's in financial and government and healthcare and others as well.
Amazing. And we're hearing a lot about AI. AI agentification within companies and customer experiences. Why are these trends so significant right now for insurance and insurtech companies in particular?
So for me, I think there's two or three reasons why AI is so exciting for the insurance sector. One is over the last number of years, we hear even earlier stage with AI, insurance organizations trying to accomplish two important things. One is to better leverage the data that they have about their customers. All of these organizations have a significant amount of data, and they're looking for innovative ways to leverage that data for the second point, which is customer experience, to bring solutions and offerings to their customers in a way that is more seamless and more in context for the customer experience. And those two things really lead to the opportunity of AI and agentification of their applications, because it opens up the door to provide some really exciting new capabilities as it relates to presenting solutions to their end user clients.
Amazing. And even with these advanced technology trends, many organizations struggle to make progress implementing them. So What are some of the biggest obstacles that you see companies facing when they're actually trying to implement these technologies?
Yes. So we spoke about this yesterday. We called it the promise and the perils of AI. And with every major paradigm shift of technology, there's two sides to what happens. One is all of the exciting upside opportunities to improve processes, create new capabilities, reduce costs, increase application development, these kinds of things. But for every one of those positives comes some significant downsides or early stage challenges that have to be solved. And not only in insurance, but a lot of organizations are struggling with leveraging these new AI capabilities with legacy systems. How do I interface new capabilities with the horde of back-end applications and data that we have? So on the top of the list is data integration. And then secondly, of course, being able to deliver to the introduction of these new AI capabilities.
And how would you say Form.IO is changing the game? Tell us a bit about what you're up to at Form.IO, because I've heard that you've developed an incredible new product.
Yeah, well, I want to say that I think that there's a lot of incredible new products out there. But Form.IO is certainly on the playing field with something very special and very unique. What I want to describe is that all of the solutions that are coming to market are in somehow a function of where the company is coming from. So I like to say from where you come matters. Because it defines how you attack a problem. So we see large enterprise monolithic platforms coming with agentification that have a large enterprise monolithic orientation to them. We see isolated point solution service providers coming to market with AI solutions that are characterized by specific small point solution. Form.IO is just like that. We, as I mentioned, were founded 10 years ago with mobilization of the web. And we brought to market a very simple but unique realization and technology solution. And that is the intrinsic relationship between a JSON-driven form, digital web form, and the data management API behind it. So Form.IO for 10 years has been providing solutions that relate to leveraging JSON for data workflow. That sets the stage for us to do exactly the same thing with AI agentification. So what we're doing is providing an innovative way to leverage a form building process and interface to leverage JSON to inform an agent of how to interact with data. It is incredibly empowering and very unique and very Form.IO-esque because it's really an extension of who we already are.
I love that. And where did the idea for UAG come from, and how does it solve real-world problems for insurance companies or insurtech teams?
On the short list of major problems or challenges for organizations is training agents to complete tasks. It seems like a simple proposition because the agents that are out there have the potential of being very intelligent and very capable. But organizations need to train those agents with their own processes, their own data, their own rules and requirements. Those processes of training and then retraining and then maintaining and then auditing and then evaluating and confirming the accuracy so that you have trust in the result of an agent is very, very difficult. And what Form.IO does is it extracts that training process away from the agent. It says essentially, leverage the ability to use a JSON form building data model capability to provide a gateway, our universal agent gateway, to inform an agent on a temporary basis of the rules of engaging with that data. And by doing that, you minimize the requirement to have the agent be separately trained in advance for that exact process. It's incredibly unique. We see great promise in it, and we think it's going to increase flexibility and implementation capability for our customers.
Fantastic. And lastly, are there any other roadmap-related items relevant for insurance that you would want to discuss?
Yeah, outside of the buzzwords of all things AI and agentification, of course, we have a wide variety of other things underway. One of the exciting things that relates heavily to the insurance sector is our introduction of our own e-signature, digital signature module that is in suite and zero trust and directly connected to the form definition so that organizations don't have to leverage a third party or additional discrete signature solution. This is coming to market in the next quarter, and it's going to be very empowering. We have a number of other data integration and data reporting capabilities that are new that the insurance sector is going to find to be quite intriguing.
Well, very exciting. Well, this has been an incredible conversation. Huge thank you to you, Gary from Form.IO. And so thank you for joining us today, and a special thanks to Monitor for sponsoring the Live at ITC set. Thank you for making this possible.